God is a God of patterns. His patterns forerun his glory. The meaning of that is that every dimension of God's glory is connected to a pattern. A pattern means a mystery or a spiritual pathway that produces that glory as the resultant effect. Healing as a manifestation of God's glory has a spiritual pattern connected to it. Prosperity as a manifestation of God's glory has a pattern connected to it. Influence as a manifestation of God's glory has a pattern connected to it. Longevity as a manifestation of God's glory has a pattern connected to it. Favor as a manifestation of God's glory has a pattern connected to it. Desiring the outcome, the glory, without knowing the pattern will only leave you disappointed. Who is understanding me? So you don't just pray for the manifestation of that dimension of his glory, you must also pray for an understanding of his patterns. Leviticus chapter 9 and verse 6, and Moses said, this is what the Lord commanded that ye should do, and then the glory shall appear unto you. My goodness. So when you find the glory of God manifested in the life of an individual, it is not just because God decided to isolate that individual and bless him as against another. The Bible already said the same Lord is rich unto all. It may be that one believer has found the patterns and is walking in keeping with the patterns and is inevitably seeing the glory of God. You see that now? This is the difference between any two believers. It is not just the goodness or the love of God. The same Lord is rich unto all. If one person is healed and another person is not healed, it is not because God decided to heal one and to leave one. No, it is that one understood the pattern and engaged it. Two brothers in the Bible called Cain and Abel. The Bible says all of them went to offer sacrifices, and one offered the sacrifice according to the pattern. Another one chose him, he invented his way. The Bible says God had respect for Abel and for his sacrifice, but for Cain, God did not have respect for Cain, and he was very wroth, and he went to God. He said, God, this is injustice. And God said, Cain, why are you wroth? If you do things right, will it not be accepted? The reason why you are failing is not because God's attention is on another believer. No, he is El Shaddai. His attention can be on every other person. His lifting me does not distract him from paying attention to you. So he does not have to stop listing me before he turns to you. Herein lies the fallacy of competitiveness and jealousy. It's an insult on God. As El Shaddai, he has the capacity to respond to all men. His all-seeing eye. That God is blessing brother A in Lagos is not why he has forgotten you. No, it is within his power. Everybody who gets born again, right now as I'm speaking, around the world there are all kinds of meetings and everybody is listening to the same God. His presence here does not distract his presence in another place. That's what makes him El Shaddai. So if you are not blessed, stop blaming people. Take responsibility. There is a pattern I do not understand. God is a God of patterns. This is a very powerful revelation about God. He's a God of patterns. You can see what he desires to do in your life, and all your lifetime you may never enter into it, and the fault will not be God's. Your inability to understand the patterns. Look at me, please. How many of you know that I can buy you a brand new car as a gift and hand it over to you, but whether you drive it well, you must understand the mechanics. If you park that car there or you have an accident with that car tomorrow, your accident is not an expression of my desire for you. I desired you good and I gave you the car, but it's your responsibility now. That one is your responsibility to find out the mechanics, how to engage the gear, how to hold on to the steering, and there is a system to teach you the patterns. So while you are waiting for me to give you the car, you prove that you trust me by learning the mechanics while you wait for the car, so that the day the car arrives, it meets a person prepared already to drive it. How many of you know it's useless for somebody to try to use a Rolls Royce to learn how to drive? Imagine that I give someone a Rolls Royce and he puts L on it and it's on the road. You mean I don't know what to do with money? God does not waste grace. Let me tell you the truth. Your adherence to patterns is how you attract his presence to your life. I know you are a lifter, so let me study the dynamics of lifting. As far as your end is concerned, you are faithful and true. He says, let God be true and all men liars. Meaning, if it does not work for you, I can tell you the problem is not God. It's not God. It is that you understand that he's a good God. You understand that he's ever willing to give you all things that pertains to your victory and the efficiency of your witness. But it is dangerous if that's where your knowledge stops. You must know that God is a God of patterns.